Otakus
and weeaboos.
What's the difference?
Huh.
Hey guys, welcome to Weekday One-Up, your one and only weekday nerd culture
Indeed.
talk show.
Yeah.
Welcome back. How you guys been? Hopefully good. Hopefully you've been playing games, watching the animes.
Good since yesterday.
Yeah, good since yesterday.
Talking about, what did we talk about yesterday?
Oh, Jesus.
That was so long ago.
I don't remember. No, I really don't remember. What the heck did we talk about?
I don't know. What did we talk?
Something with anime.
Oh, it was long versus short.
Long versus short anime. You guys should go check that out. But today, we're not talking about that anymore.
Nope.
What we are talking about is...
This is something that is a bit controversial. Sometimes on Weekday One-Up, we like to throw a little bit of controversy. Controversy. I've turned into Sean Connery. Should I just be Sean Connery for the rest of the episode?
No. Okay, so what we're talking about, if you didn't pick it up from the beginning or the title, is we're going to talk about what is a weeaboo, what is an otaku, what are we, what's the difference, and you're going to find out, you're going to self-diagnose yourself, which one are you. And
right here, self-diagnosis. If you want the medicine, call this number.
If it's weeaboo, we may try and help you. But if it's otaku, well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Okay. So what's the difference between weeaboo and otaku? First thing I would like to think is everybody goes through both of them.
It's true.
Everybody's a weeaboo at one point, and everyone's an otaku at one point, at least if you're in this type of fandom.
And you can start off as either and delve into either.
Oh yeah, you can start off as one, go into another, and then go back into the other. You can switch off, and
you can go through cycles of the moon.
A lot of times you don't even know that you're switching.
It's true.
And someone else has to sit you down intervention mode. And
we need to do that to Nate.
Nate.
Love you, buddy.
Okay, so what's a weeaboo? Let's start with that. Oh, no. We'll start with what's an otaku.
Okay, yeah.
An otaku, now it is a derogatory term in Japan.
In Japan, it's otaku, you're filth.
No! Oh! He's right here. So otaku in Japan, basically, you're a loser. You're an otaku.
All you do is watch anime. And
you sit in your house all day, watch anime, you play the games, you know.
You play the games.
You play your little visual novels. And
that might be fun.
I'm not saying it's not fun. I'm just saying it's looked down on. Otaku is the word. But in America and other Western countries, we have turned it into self-branding.
You've done a story time about this, haven't you? Or a rant?
I did a nerd word, which I've only ever done
nerd
one.
Word. Link below.
If I remember to do it.
Link below to delve more into it.
Thanks for making me edit a lot.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I did a nerd word. If you guys want me to bring nerd word back on my channel, let me know.
I want you to bring that back. I liked that.
It was difficult. It wasn't exactly easy.
Anyway, so otakus here, it's more like, I am an otaku for life. I love anime, but I also have a life.
Yeah.
In America, it's a completely different, well, still same definition. It's a completely different meaning. Like, an otaku, when you say you're an otaku, you're part of the otaku family. Like, everybody you meet, you're real friendly for the most part.
Mm-hmm. You like anime, you like games, you're into Japanese culture, and that's just what you like to do. That's what you're into.
Yes.
You're an otaku. That's how you brand yourself.
Cosplay.
Yeah, you maybe cosplay.
Maybe not everybody that cosplays is an otaku, but every otaku cosplays. That's not true.
It's the other way around. Not every otaku cosplays, but everyone that cosplays is not necessarily an otaku either. None of that's true. Because it could be a weeaboo.
Exactly.
But what's a weeaboo? Weeaboo is pretty similar to an otaku. This is why some people sometimes don't realize that they're a weeaboo.
See, there was a point when I was like, I'm not an otaku, I'm a weeb. And you're like, that's not good.
Yeah, some people even say it's better to be a weeaboo, but those are people who are weeaboos and don't understand.
Yes.
A weeaboo is somebody who...
Now, before we go on, if you are a weeaboo, no hate, we love you.
You're also not going to think you're a weeaboo.
That's true.
So if you are a weeaboo, you're thinking you're an otaku right now.
If you are a weeaboo and you're like, I don't do that, chances are you do that.
But if you also might actually be an otaku. You can't tell. You got to ask your friends. It's the only way you can find out if you're a weeaboo.
You got to ask your friends, and then they're like, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. We've all written letters.
Yeah. So basically, a weeaboo is pretty much an otaku who takes it too far. They get really crazy about their fandoms. like insanely. They go to the point where they're trying to learn Japanese, which is okay, that's fine.
I think we've all done that at one point.
Yeah, it's fine to want to learn Japanese, to want to learn a second language. That's great.
Expand your cultural knowledge. That's
But
great.
the weeaboo is the person who goes around using Japanese terms on the daily to people who don't have any idea. I went through weeaboo phase.
You still do it.
But to people who, well, because I'm used to that now, but not as much. What I mean is to people who don't know what it would mean. Like, I'd have no idea. I'll say Japanese terms like you guys because you know what it means.
Like your mom you just did a minute ago? You said, "Am I kawaii desu?" to his mom.
We were messing.
And she's like, "Whatever that means."
But people who like go out in public and they'll like just use random Japanese terms that nobody knows what means.
Walk by a crowd and just be going, "Sumimasen, sumimasen."
People who are overly crazy about Japan
They'll be at,
and
like,
believe.
Applebee's.
These are people that believe. Sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead. Finish your thought, and then I'll.
These are people that believe that Japan is the best country on earth. And I'm not going to say it's not, but there are people who have never been to Japan, never truly went there and experienced it, and they will argue with you that there is no better country, and weebs, if you don't know this, they know every fact about Japan, but they're typically wrong. They typically don't really know anything about Japan.
I think you were one of the weebs that actually knew your shit.
Well, I was sort of getting out of weebs at that point.
Bleep that out.
I'm not going to bleep it. We're not a family-friendly show.
Oh.
We'll still try, but when I was learning Japanese and learning about Japan, I was coming out of my weeb phase. I was still a little bit in it. I just happened to be doing it near the end of my weeb phase.
Right.
My weeb phase, I don't even want to get into it. Those are the dark days.
The dark days.
So a weeb is pretty much someone that's very argumentative.
Hey, that described you perfectly.
Who will fight you about their Japanese facts. And there's a lot more about a weeb. Pretty much they're just over the top, hardcore about every Japanese thing in the world. It's the best thing ever.
Correct.
And an otaku is someone who they're
very casual about it. Yeah, Japan's cool. I hope to visit someday.
Yeah, it's much more casual love of it and much more down to earth.
And I feel like when I could be wrong, probably am. I feel like a weeaboo, they only know what they know from like maybe the anime they've watched or
some of them,
the language. But see, when you're an otaku at this point, I feel like if you've evolved to use a Pokemon reference to from weeaboo to otaku, you've learned that okay, no, it's not all anime. Japan actually has a very rich culture, and the history is just amazing. Like
it's much wider than anything you'll learn.
It's a much older country than America.
Oh yeah,
much older. So they got
know that.
thousands of years of history. We have what, 300? A little under.
Aren't we old?
Yeah.
But, so, I think my life went through, there was a point where I think I was an otaku when I was, like, preteen. Because I didn't get into it enough to be a weeaboo.
Right.
And then eventually, when I got into it, and I think this is how everyone goes.
Right.
If you're at the end of being a preteen up until you're, like, maybe 17, I'm not saying you are a weeaboo, but those are your prime years that you're most likely going to be a weeaboo in. So if you're between, like, 12 and 17, you might want to take a look in the mirror and really evaluate, am I a weeaboo? Am I annoying everybody that I meet?
Right.
Or am I just an otaku? And calm down a little bit about it, you know? I mean,
Exactly,
you don't have
yeah.
to freak out as much about it as you are.
If you're a weeb, whatevs, man. That's your deal.
And if you're an otaku and you go to cons, one of the funnest things to do is weeb spot at cons.
Yeah, that's true.
To point out the weebs and find them and just see the crazy off-the-wall things that they'll do because they're weebs. And it makes no sense. I could talk all day about weeaboos. I'm so glad I'm out of it. But that's, I think, how everyone goes. They start off a little bit otaku just because they don't really know anything.
Ooh.
Get weeby.
Something that Nate does. We all kind of do this, but something Nate does. Nate's, I think, finally a little bit out of his otaku, or his weeb.
Nate was in his weeb stage, I think, later than most people, because he got into anime later than most people.
It was a lot of this year was his weeb stage. Our friend Nate,
But Nate was funny in his weebness,
That's
so
true.
it wasn't like he was annoying us.
But he still, he likes to do this thing where he can't, I love you, Nate, I love you, and this is with love, but he likes to do this thing where he sings Japanese songs, like we all do, but he can't pronounce words well, like, so you just kind of hear him, I
do that too.
Yeah, but that point, you just gotta hear it. I guess you know what I'm talking about.
Kinda, I guess. I think you hear more Japanese singing from him than I do.
Yeah, he does it in the car a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, okay. Here's what I do. I try and sing along to Japanese songs either when I'm alone. Dang it, Yoshi! Oh, he's staying down there. Either when I'm alone, and nobody needs to see that, or when I'm with friends who are gonna sing with me. The time when you don't do that is when you're with people who are not interested, and you're just singing pretty much gibberish because you don't pronounce it right, probably. Let's be honest.
You know what sucks is when you're listening to One OK Rock and you're trying to do that. Because it'll be like...
You can sing in English with that, though. But then it'll turn to Japanese and you want to keep singing.
Yeah, they'll be like... So give me a reason,
Wow, that does not sound Japanese at all.
To Barada Nikto.
Anyway, guys, so we don't want to bring any hate or anything. Like, if you're a weeaboo, that's fine. You'll come out of your stage eventually, and you'll look back and remember the dark days. Were you ever a weeaboo, do you think?
I think I went through a very brief weeb stage.
Probably because I was helping to bring you out of that and help you not get into that.
Well, that and I eased so slowly into anime.
That's true.
And into the culture that I never really went into, like... I was never just like, boom, yes, Japan!
No. But if you're a weeb, it's fine. If you're an otaku, it's fine. You know, it's your life. Do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know. If you didn't know about weebs before and you didn't know that people find that annoying, I mean, now you do. Mm-hmm. It's a whole thing. You want to be an otaku, you don't want to be a weeaboo. So,
unless you want to be a weeb, that's your life choice. And I'll respect it.
It's the wrong choice, but I'll respect it.
I'll respect it.
So... yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think about weeaboos and otakus and the differences. Do you love hanging out with weeaboos because they make your life funny and interesting? Mm-hmm. Or do you like to sit back and kind of laugh at them?
Something I'll say about weeaboos real quick. It's a lot more of like a high school thing.
It is. That's what I was saying. It's like till you're like 17, 12 to 17 is when, if you go into a high school, you'll find weebs. That's guaranteed. But thank you guys for watching. Like I said, leave comments. Get in on the discussion.
Hashtag 1UP.
Hashtag 1UP everywhere. And we really do want to know what you think about this. And no hate, no fanboyism, no going crazy. Just casually, what do you think about weeaboos? What do you think about otakus? The differences in the fandom.
This is very much, we try to be a no-hate zone.
Yeah.
Seems like we're hating, but we're not. It's all with love.
We're not hating. I'm not trying to hate on weeaboos. I went through it. We all go through it. There's no hate here.
We're a therapy session at this point.
Yeah, we're helping you. This is actually, look at us.
This is weekday intervention.
Here, take my hand. This is an intervention. Listen, you're a weeaboo,
but that's okay for now.
It's okay. You'll come out of this. Okay? Here, let me give you a pat on the back.
I'm gonna ruffle your hair.
You'll be all right. Stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy, everybody.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to watch yesterday's video, click right here in the center of the screen.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And read the description to find our other channels, plus our Twitch and more.
Nice, bro.
You should keep that in.